then verify. A code will be sent to that email address. Copy that code. So then in my case, my shop name, I just went with Bablu Baby.
Hi everyone, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching my video from. Welcome back to another episode. Actually, I'm going to put this in parts, so this is part 1. So the reason why I'm doing this video is there's a video I did about a side hustle for a stay-at-home mom, and I was very specific. So I received a number of inquiries, people asking me, teach me, show me, and in particular, I didn't even know. Someone came and asked me a question on TikTok, guys. But if you're not following me on TikTok, kindly take your time, just go and see my content. If it's something that you resonate with, then follow. Also, I'm also on Instagram and definitely here on YouTube. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're a new subscriber, of course, welcome and welcome and welcome to the family. So I want to do this video. First of all, I want to show you, or maybe just to tell you what you really need when you want to start selling on Jumia. It's very easy. Actually, when you just follow the steps, it's very, very easy. So for the people who asked me to teach them, to show them, I was asking them particularly what they want to learn or what they want to know, but I just figured, let me just, do everything the way it should be from part 1 to the last part. So this is part 1. So part 1 is I'm going to show you how to set up an account and the documents you need to start selling on Jumia. So come with me. And again, I'm still convincing my stay-at-home moms. You know how hard it is to stay at home and take care of your baby when you don't have some coins coming in. It's not easy. So that's why I was really doing this video specifically for you. Yeah, and any other person, if you're working and maybe that salary is not making sense sometime, you might need a side hustle, and it can also be a full-time job if you want to, if you put in the effort. So come with me as I show you what you need. So this is part 1. Come.
So when you're on your browser, I'm going to be as simple as I can. So just type vendor center, then because you're selling on Jumia for the first time, click sell on Jumia, and then select your country. If you're coming from Kenya, obviously just click Kenya, then next. So there you're going to put your email address, then verify. A code will be sent to that email address. Copy that code, so you can just have your email just on another tab, then get the email address. At that point mine was 66447. So just get back on your account, then verify. So once you do that, you're going to be asked to put your phone number. So that's another requirement that you need, phone number, and then the password, and you have to confirm the password. Then click next. You can save the passwords if you want to. Then at that point, now you are putting in the shop information. So just click individual, and in my case, my shop name, I just went with Bablu Baby. Then shipping zone, of course, I entered Nairobi. That's what I'm conversant with. Then how did you hear about Jumia? Yeah, just go with anything that you're comfortable with. Then you have to confirm that the rights and conditions, then submit. You will be asked, are you sure? Just with your details, then I am sure. And shortly your account has been created, and it takes you back where now you have to sign in with your email and the password. So sign in, click sign in with the email. So this is just the first steps if you want to start selling on Jumia. These are the informations you have to put in. So the next one is business information. Under business information, you scroll down, and here you are required, just skip the company details. We are in the legal representative details. That's where you put in your name, ID type, if you have a passport. Yeah, let me just show you. If you have a passport or national ID, in my case I used national ID, then you have to put in your KRA PIN number, then you upload the form there on the upload tax identification number, and then the rest, just leave out the rest. Those are not necessary. So when you're done, you move to the next information. So after that, there's another part where you have to put in your address, address line 1, line 2, the city where you're coming from, state, whatever you put in state or city can be the same. Country, of course, Kenya, and then a postal code is also required. So just add anything, if any address that you know of, just put in that one. Then you have to submit afterwards. Then after submitting, when we go back to the next information, that is shipping information. So at this point, you can just shipping zone, of course, it's automatically Nairobi. Then you can just make it same as your business address. Yeah, just turn that tab on and everything. Yeah, that one, and everything will just fill itself. Yeah, then return address, just do the same thing, make it same as your business address. Then move to payment information. This is where you have to get it right. So automatically it's Kenya. If you prefer, it has two options, mobile money or bank transfer. If you're comfortable with M-Pesa, then you will have to screenshot a part of your that M-Pesa statement. Yeah, you'll have to add that one, and also bank details. Then you'll also have to, I think, add in, I'm not sure about the bank, but I think you also have to add the bank statement, just like a snippet of it. Yeah, you have to give them a proof. Yeah, then you key in your name and all that. So these ones have to be very, very, very confidential, because if someone changes, then that is the beginning of every problem. You will be doing for someone else the hard work. Yeah, so when you're done with that, you also save or create. Yeah, with this one you have to create. Then we go to the last, that is additional information. And the additional information is just they're asking you, do you have an existing shop on Jumia? Of course, no, it's my first time with Jumia. Then what type of a seller are you? In that case, let me just see the options. In that case, you can just say you're a retailer or a distributor or a wholesaler, depending on what you're doing. You can be a manufacturer, maybe you're manufacturing your own things. You can be a brand, but when you say others, you'll have to key in the documents and all that. But in my case, I just said a retailer and stock trading company. So when you're done with that, just create, or I think it will ask you to save. Yeah, then you click that. So I will make sure I fill up the information and set up the shop. And also when I get the first order, I will come back and show you guys. So that is just the first step of all these. I will come back with the second step of the questions that you guys asked me, and I hope the video helped someone. If you have more questions, you can ask me on the comment section if you didn't understand anything, but that is just a step-by-step detailed explanation of how you start up the shop. The things that you need here are just phone number, email address, and most importantly, you need the M-Pesa statement and the bank statement, the KRA pin as well, and I think you also need the ID copy. Yeah, those ones. So that is just how the vendor center looks like. At some point it wasn't working, that's why it took so long to come back, guys. But yeah, that's how it looks like. That's how your shop looks like on a daily basis. So allow me to end it there. If you got anything, if you got it informative, don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.